Hi, welcome. We're California Psychics. This is our live reading with Psychic Marin. I hope everyone is having an incredible Monday. My name is Danica. I'm the Senior Social Media Coordinator for California Psychics, and I'll be your moderator today. Today I'm here with Psychic Marin. Marin, how are you doing?
Well, I had an amazing weekend with the family, and I think we can all attest to the fact that spring has sprung, and my allergies have sprung also, and it's been beautiful outside. So it's shifted, and I've been tending to my garden and bees this past weekend. So I'm feeling the shift in the spring weather.
I am so excited for spring. Just feeling it getting warmer outside, and all the flowers are starting to bloom. It's so beautiful out.
Yeah. Well, a live reading today, and I was just talking with you right before which about halfway through, so a half an hour for regular questions. And for those of you that are new and tuning in today, I know Danica is going to give you a little bit more information, but I just want you to know that if you are watching, you need to keep your situation or question confidential. We're going to switch to tarot card, do single card draws about 30 minutes into the live today. And that way you can just ask for cards and you don't have to give me any details about your situation if you need to keep things discreet.
So before we get started, if everyone can do me a huge favor, if you're watching on Facebook, tag a friend in the comments or hit the share button. Let people know that all of your friends know that they can come in and they can get their questions answered, because again, in 30 minutes, we're going to switch over to those tarot pools, and it's going to be quick. We're going to get through a lot of questions. So tell your friends so that they don't miss out. And if you're on YouTube, hit that giant big red subscribe button. If you're on Facebook, hit that follow button. So we do these every single Monday. And we have Psychic Marin on every couple of weeks. We also have other psychics that come on as well. So you can find psychics that have different styles or use different tools and just kind of find one that's the best fit for you. So thank you so much, Debbie, for sharing. Go ahead and comment your question. We'll try to get to it later. This one comes from Andrea over on YouTube. She says, "Hi, I'm hoping to see if I will have a new job within my career or be a stay-at-home mom."
Oh, I am getting something that's kind of a hybrid from what you're asking, which is stay-at-home mom with part-time work, about 20 hours. And it looks like you're doing more like virtual assistant / personal assistant for somebody that is a closer friend. They're showing me this starting in late July. And it's arising from just an outdoor, I kind of want to say party, outdoor get together where there's conversation, and she's just telling you, I'm so overwhelmed. And that's how this develops. It's a little bit of side money. It's perfect for you. And you can still be a mom with your primary responsibilities with your kids. So keep an eye out for that.
And just as a reminder, because we are getting a lot of people that are coming in and saying that it's their first time. So if it's your first time, welcome. We love having you. Whether it's your first time or you come every single week, we are so grateful for you for tuning in. So just a reminder, when you're asking those questions, you want to try to make your questions as specific as possible. If you are talking about another person, whether you're talking about a love interest or a friend or coworker, you could use their first name. That's just going to help Marin connect a little bit quicker to you and to your situation, so we can get through as many comments as possible.
Yes.
This one comes from Christy over on Facebook. She's asking, "Where is my love life headed?"
I was instantly brought backwards, Christy. So your love life is, I'm getting somebody that you are already together with that looks like it's been a really rocky road. And I'm trying to decipher if you're currently together, if you just broke up. It's hard to label, but they're showing the same partnership. And they're also showing August is when I'm getting a trip, I think it really starts to change. The relationship becomes more significant, and it's already exclusive, but it's I feel like this is going to be headed towards proposal before the end of the year, but by August is when you feel that validation.
Our next question is going to come from Debbie over on Facebook. She says, "Hi, my name is Debbie and I am a Libra. Just met Mike in Aquarius. We have a really strong chemistry. Will this last long term?"
Okay, it's going to last long term, and the strong chemistry is awesome because it's what's going to hook him and convince him that he really does want this relationship. I feel like he's kind of been 1 foot in, 1 foot out in the idea of an exclusive serious relationship, but this is really it's making him see the ease, the convenience, and what this means to his security. This is going to become you're going to start to dip. The relationship starts to fade a little bit when I'm looking at July. And I don't want that to worry you at that time. It's just the kind of the honeymoon phase of this is over. So in July is when it starts to slow a little bit and you're settling into the comfort. And I just don't want that to worry you if it's not hot and heavy like it is going to be, especially in the month of May, June, and then July. It just starts to level off very comfortably. You're going to be together for a long time. I do feel like this has marriage potential, although that's not on his mindset right now.
Our next question is going to come from Marianne over on YouTube. She says, "Hi, Marin. Can you see if there's any chance of my financial situation changing?"
Give me just 1 second, Marianne. I've already gone through month, and I'm up to about October. Not anything that is substantial enough this year. When I'm looking at the beginning of next year, it feels like your finances and the stress has eased. I'm just not getting anything this year. And they're also saying be smarter with money, not a lot of gambling or spendy investments. This is a time to buckle down just a little bit more.
This next question comes from Suzanne. She says, "I am at a crossroad. Is my relationship with Dave going to last?"
You end up, the relationship does sever. However, I'm shown that at the end of October is when you start to reconcile. My advice is let it. You will be happier. It is going to be very painful, but you've got to let him go. Both of you have to realize the benefit of having each other in your lives, and you're so conflicted that this needs to be aired out. You can confidently let this go, knowing that the relationship will return. You'll reconcile right around the end of October.
So we're getting a lot of comments from people asking for a love card or a love reading. We will be doing the tarot part towards the end of this live reading, so about 20 minutes or so. Right now we're asking for more specific questions. So if you can add a little bit of insight into your situation, and remember to use the first name of the person that you're talking about. Oh, I just found one.
Okay.
This one comes from Yesenia over on YouTube. She says, "Hi, my name is Yesenia. I'm an Aries. I've had such a hard time letting my ex Kerwin go. He's a Taurus. I wanted to know if there's any chance of getting back together. Will he reach out again?"
Yes, he will reach out again. I think that this is a relationship that's going to continue to cause a lot of heartache and grief. I don't see that this is the partner for you. You're fighting this. There's a security aspect about this that is what's keeping you in this situation, but you will be so much happier if you allow this to go. I know that's not what you want to hear. You have so much more potential. I'm shown when I'm looking at you, I'm shown even 3 different people when I start to connect with you, and it's like this steel wall between the two of you, and you don't even have the ability to imagine or dream or fantasize about life in another relationship, and this is causing you so much heartache. I highly encourage you to let this go. It's not healthy for you, and you will spend the next decade of your life doing exactly what you've been doing and look back wanting those years back. So I am available if you want to talk about this in more detail privately, but your heart is really hurting, and I just don't think that you have the perspective enough to step out and see how rough it's gotten.
And if you do have follow-up questions or your question doesn't get picked, download our app or give us a call or visit us online, and you can chat with any of our incredible psychics, including Psychic Marin. Marin, when's the next time that you're going to be online?
I will be on at 5 p.m. Pacific time today, so 5 to 10 p.m. tonight, and then Wednesday through Sunday the rest of this week as well. And I do have appointments available.
Perfect. So get a reading with Marin, but before you do that, make sure that you sign up for our Karma Rewards program. So last Friday, our Karma Rewards members received extra bonus points for their purchases, which is another perk that we offer to appreciate our loyal customers every quarter. On average, we awarded 285 points to enlightened and inspired customers, which equals to $11 on your account. So if you like free perks, make sure you join our Karma Rewards program today, and you'll get $20 just for joining. So it's that simple. That's even more time with Psychic Marin or whichever psychic you want to get a reading. And when you sign up for Karma Rewards, we have this thing called our Psychic Circle, where you can add your favorite psychics to your psychic circle, and then you get extra points for getting a reading with them. So if you have a psychic that's your favorite, make sure that you add them to your psychic circle, and then you'll just earn more points so you can get more free readings. Yeah. Our next question is going to come from Tania. She asks, when will I meet my future soulmate?
December. That was easy. That I almost feel like has this search been going on for a while, because it was loud and clear December, and it is circle December 12th. I get very, very specific dates about 20% of the time. So circle the date December 12th, make a note of that. They're showing me a more formal event, and that is where you meet this person.
Oh, these are moving really fast. Thank you for everyone that is watching. Our next question is going to come from Valerie over on Facebook. She says, hey, Marin, I'm transitioning into a management position soon. Can you tell me anything I need to know on my journey, good or bad?
Yeah. You're going to have this immediate receptiveness from all of these employees that I'm seeing. And then about 3-4 days after you've been there, everybody just kind of scurries away, and you're left feeling like, did I offend people, or what's the deal? What's the issue? No problem. Don't overanalyze that. I just see that initial impression where everybody's welcoming you, and then they scatter. Also, what they're showing me is a lot of like you're being thrown into something where they are rather behind or trying to catch up and weed through so much. So just trying to get above water. Plan September, early September. So plan on between now and early September, you're just going to be digging through so much, and it's not going to be until early September that you finally feel like, I can do this, I can stay, you enjoy your job. So your initial impression is, what in the heck am I getting myself into? But you're going to love it, and you will be very well received by everyone.
This next question comes from Josette over on Facebook. She asks, will Michael ever give me the green light in terms of romantic love?
No, not unfortunately, no. Not in the way that you're asking this question. I'm reading beyond how you phrased it. and I feel what you're asking, and that's not what it is. It's a lot of dancing in circles and you not being able to really get that undivided attention, the consistency from him. It will feel like it's come and go and come and go. And you have that for at least 2.5 years in this pattern. So I feel that you're going to get exhausted. It's going to feel like you start to really personalize this and wonder what's the matter? Why isn't this enough? You're in your head so much that it starts really degrading your sense of worth by this fall. So I'm sorry, Josette, but we've really got to look at this in more detail because you're not going to be happy in this situation.
This next question comes from Felicia over on YouTube. She says, "Hey Marin, I am debating on a big move this summer, moving with my kids to another state, away from my family for the first time. Is this a good choice?"
Huge thumbs up, like double thumbs up. This will be a success. You will feel more like you have more time for your family, that you feel more connected. The pace of life is slower. I don't see any like horribly negative influence from your family that you're trying to escape. They're just showing me that feeling that you have right now of being detached and is this the right decision? You aren't going to feel that. There are so many ways that you can stay connected in a long distance situation, and you're just not going to feel like you regret this decision. So it's a big yes.
You know, I would have never thought to ask a psychic when it comes to questions about moving. But man, moving was such a stressful process last time I moved. It would have been so great to have gotten a reading.
Well, and another thing that people don't realize is there is a very specific niche of astrology called astrocartography. And it is so fascinating. You can do this and ask a psychic, okay, where should I move? What is best for either love or career, money? And you can keep those cities and those locations in your mind and ask a psychic. And it's really fascinating because what they may be able to tell you could be very validating if you're wondering, why have I always been drawn to Seattle? Or why have I always been drawn to Texas? Like, what is it? And astrocartography will give you proof on paper. It's like tangible. So that's really validating for people that have a hard time being convinced through just psychic readings. When it's on paper aligned with your natal chart, it's just really convincing and fascinating. So astrocartography will plot you on a map geographically where you have the best potential.
That's awesome. Speaking of moving, we have another question from Sam over on YouTube.
Hey, Sam.
Asking, me and my wife are going to do a big change and move away from the city and further from family. Is this a good move for our marriage and future family?
In the long run, yes, it will be. You're going to have the first 6 to 8 months that they're showing me of so many conveniences, so many things that you just take for granted that you're so accustomed to. I'm specifically getting with her, like things that I'm not able to find this and things that you have ordered and shipped to you. But after that first 6 to 8 months and you really ease into it, then it's the dream. Then you're living that dream. But the initial impression, you guys brace yourself because you are going to be feeling, what have I done? You'll love the peace and the tranquility and having your windows open and silence at night. Like I see these images that they're giving me, but the day-to-day convenience, that's going to take a little bit of time to adjust, but you won't regret this in the long run. So I think your mute might be on.
Sorry. This next question is going to come from Rebecca over on Facebook. She says, "Hello, Marin. Do you see a new job for me in the near future?"
I direct you towards, I got a flash before the question was even finished. I got a flash of you like in Pilates, yoga, exercise. So what my follow-up question is, have you recently shifted something with your exercise routine, and have you decided to go professional, and is that what's pulling you? Because everything in your career path that feels like it might be a little premature is going to be more in therapy, physical therapy, exercise, health, nutrition. And it almost looks like kind of like a bundled package of a lot of modalities, but it is in health and nutrition and science. That's what I'm seeing for you.
This next one comes from Nina over on Facebook. She says, "Hi, my name is Nina. Will I get back together with an ex-boyfriend, Ken?"
So Ken is coming back. Ken is going to start becoming more active with conversation in about 3 more weeks. However, it's not exclusive. Like, really read between the lines with him, really ask questions. Like, the issue that I'm seeing is that, yes, he's coming back, but he's not wanting to focus solely on you, and you're not getting that commitment. So he will come back and forth and back and forth. It doesn't have a very good longevity or outcome, because I just see you feeling rather disrespected, but he is coming back. I just wouldn't hold your breath. I'm sorry, Nina.
Before we take the next question, I just want to remind everyone that if you're having a good time, or you have some more questions you want to ask, we do these every single Monday except for the third Monday of the month. So make sure you come back. We'll be back next Monday. I believe we're with you again, Psychic Marin.
You've got me 3 times this month, so it's a busy month.
Perfect. So you'll see a lot of Psychic Marin this month. We also have a lot of incredible content on our Facebook and our YouTube. So make sure that you hit that follow button if you're watching on Facebook, and that big red subscribe button on YouTube, because on YouTube, you're going to find videos on zodiac compatibility, and our incredible DIY series and our psychic Q&A series, which is really cool. And if you do have a question that you want to submit to that, you can submit it to Q&A@californiapsychics.com. And that's all on our blog, which we post on our social media. So make sure that you follow us. We're also doing contests where we give away things like a tarot deck. So make sure that if you're watching on Facebook, you hit that follow button, and you'll see all of our live readings, all of our blog content, as well as those cool giveaways that we do. This question is going to come from Emerald over on YouTube. She's asking if Jason is coming in to say his feelings for her. She's wanting someone who is there for her. She deserves it and wants to find it.
Okay. Give me just 1 second. I'm trying to place you. This doesn't look promising. I'm already spending so much time trying to find you and him and piece you together, and it's like I'm watching a game of cat and mouse, and he's going to continue to upset you. He's going to continue to disappoint you. Even trying to connect with him, it's so distant. So I unfortunately have to say that this is going to drive you crazy. Like, this is not the relationship for you where you feel respected and happy. You will still be in this back and forth situation with him, but there's another gentleman that I'm getting, and he's got a crazy name, and I was trying to pronounce it, but it sounds like Quanel. It's phonetic, and it's a Q name, and they're giving me September. So you got to keep your eyes peeled. This relationship will drive you crazy. The one with Jason, this situation will drive you crazy if you continue to stay.
We have another relationship question. This one comes from Melissa over on Facebook. She says, "My boyfriend Tom moved out yesterday. Is this a permanent split, or are we not meant to be?"
So I'm sorry, Melissa, you guys will get back together. But what they show me is this was something that I'm not criticizing. It's just the way that this unfolded could have been prevented. he bottled this up for so long. There was not this ability to openly talk and discuss this and air out some of the frustrations. And so instead, this became something where it was more held back and finally just happened, and seized the opportunity. And now it's going to feel like I'm guilty. What am I doing? That's going to go on for about 3 months. So I do see right before the end of the year that he is moving back in. You will reestablish a relationship by early October, and he's officially back in November. But yeah, it's now that it's, it's in hindsight, and for everybody else that's watching, like, there have been a lot of these very similar situations with people that have just frozen and bottled up all of their emotions because it's COVID and they don't know what's appropriate to feel throughout this pandemic. What do I share? What do I not share? And a lot of unresolved issues because of the lack of communication. So the good news is I see you getting back together. The not so good news is that the struggle with him trying to understand his feelings are going to be difficult for him to clear. I'm available to talk if you want more help with this, but for everybody else listening, there's a lot of these exact situations. I'm getting the wave of them because now the pandemic is easing and everybody's starting to change. And after all these years of sitting on their hands, now they're taking action. And I'm seeing a lot of this. So hang in there, Melissa. Thank you for reaching out.
And whether you're watching on Facebook or you're watching on YouTube, we always include a link to the psychic's bio in the video description. So just scroll down or scroll up, depending on which website you're in, and you can just click. And Marin said that she has appointments available. So if you do want to schedule an appointment, you can. Let's see. It's almost the half hour. Did you want to do one more and then switch over to tarot?
Yeah, that sounds great.
This one comes from Brittany over on Facebook. She asks, how does Dwayne feel about our connection? Will we see each other again?
Fire. Yes, I lit up when I saw you, and then when I got him, like, this is kind of that unstoppable. I'm happy to see this because a lot of the questions and people that I'm seeing, they've got difficulties. You are the sky is the limit type of scenario. So I don't see any end in sight. I think there was a question, when next? 3, 2. About it, what's discussed is 2 weeks, and it ends up being closer to 3 weeks. They're showing me.
Let's see. This one comes from Myrna over on Facebook, and she's asking for a love card.
Okay, let me just get shuffled and 1 moment. Love card. Okay, Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is a young person that is in a contemplative frame of mind, not really sure if he should move forward, if he should freeze. I'm suspecting that there's somebody in your life that is not fully in a partnered relationship, or not sure where this is going.
This next one comes from Francisca. She says, hi, Marin. I'm currently separated. Is my husband, Brian, going to change his mind about divorce and reconcile our marriage? If so, when?
Okay. You will start. Boy, this is a hard one to answer. I'm reading you, and it's a roller coaster of ups and downs and ups and downs. I can safely and concisely say that by early April next year is when it feels like this is more of a relationship that has potential. Prior to that, you've got to take everything with the guarded heart, because it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. By April of next year is when he's in a place of mind where he's a little bit more grounded and able to look at this, able to appreciate this is probably a more accurate way of describing this. There's a lot of emotion and heartache in this situation.
Another one from YouTube. This one comes from Amna, and she's asking for a love card.
Okay, you've got the King of Cups reversed, and the King of Cups reversed means that there's a gentleman in your life that is likely absent or will be absent or doesn't want to stay. It's a little concern.
Rose over on Facebook asks, what does my career look like?
Okay. So your career, this is a situation of you're not going. This is the 8 of Cups, and you are not leaving for higher ground. You're going to stay put. It looks like everything's more status quo. And fortunately, the card reflects that. I'm not sure if you wanted a card, but since we've switched over to pulling cards, I thought that would be helpful. It was the 8 of Cups reversed. If you want to Google that on the California Psychics webpage and learn a little bit more about what that means.
Our next question is going to come from Sadie, asking for a card for her future with William.
William is the King of Pentacles. Look at all of these court cards. So we've got a lot of cards so far that are depicting specific people. So the King of Pentacles is grounded, stable. The pentacles often represent finances, so he's a good, solid choice.
Deborah on Facebook is asking for a love card.
Of course, Deborah. What are they telling me about her? I had to read into this a little bit for just a second. This is the 6 of Swords. And in this situation, normally it would be leaving. And what I'm not getting is I'm not seeing you leaving a relationship. This really feels more like it has to do with travel and distance. So what often happens when I draw a card, if it's like an oops or a misreading or doesn't quite fit, I have to analyze it for just a second. And this was showing me that you're not leaving. It's not an unhealthy or toxic relationship. It's just a relationship where there's going to be a move and distance to achieve this.
The next card is going to be for Juan, asking, will my ex Corey and I speak to each other anytime soon? And will we get back together?
No, not in the way that you are asking and what you are hoping. This is the 2 of Wands, and this person is in a contemplative perspective of where else do I go? What else is out there for me? And I feel like there's a lot of emotion with this. This has not been easy for you to mend that heart and move forward. So the 2 of Wands is what they're showing me, and I don't see this reconciliation.
I love the way that the glitter is catching the light.
Yeah, I love these cards.
They're so beautiful. Our next question is going to come from Christine, asking for a love card.
You got the 8 of Wands, girl, and this is fire. This is fast, fast, fast. 8 of Wands is often a timing card, meaning like it's heating up now. Buckle up.
This one that comes from Jackie. She says, I'd love a card.
Oh, and this is the one that everybody wants. This is the 4 of Wands, which is one of the top 3 or 4 cards in the deck that have to do with love and the happily ever after of the marriage card.
This one comes from Lele over on Facebook, asking for her love life with Terry.
Okay. Oh, this is the 5 of Wands, which is bickering, fighting, tension. Not a very good card.
This one is for Rebecca. She's asking for a career card.
6 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles is money coming in and almost like an abundance of money coming in. So you are in a position to gift to others and help others. So it's a very positive card. June. Hold on, let me just count this down. August. There's a promotion for you in August. This, you wouldn't have gotten that so much in the card, but they just said that as I went to clear that energy. Promotion for you in August.
Man, look at how many questions we've gotten through in the last 6 minutes. If you're watching on Facebook, tag some friends in the comments. Tell them to get in here because we still have so much time and we can get through so many more questions. Marin's going so fast today. It's wonderful.
These card draws, I can do these a lot faster, and I can stay on track and not ramble as much. So we're going to get through cards a lot quicker.
Well, our next question is going to come from Monique watching on YouTube. She asks, what does love look like for me in 2021?
Interesting, because everything that they're showing me is more about career and big career explosion. So love is getting stifled and stifled and stifled. So you probably don't want to hear this. But this is the Four of Pentacles, which is like, in a financial sense, it would be interpreted as don't spend, sit tight. Well, I interpret this as you are going to continue to feel like you're just frustrated in love. Your 2023, if you wanted to start off with the focus of love by early 2023, that's when they show me everything shifts to love. They're still trying to catapult you in your career, and you will be very distracted in relationships. So that's why this essence of like, just sit tight for now, that's what they want you to hear.
Our next card is going to be for Diane over on Facebook asking for a finance card.
Okay. Oh, this is the Five of Cups, and on the surface it's seen as kind of a sad, remorse, regret, but don't worry, right behind you there are two other cups that are still upright that show potential. So I feel like there's a disappointment with a potential right behind you.
This next one is for Lauren over on Facebook asking for a career card.
Two of Pentacles, which is a juggle. Like you are juggling a decision. What am I choosing? What do I do? Do I stay, go? Is this for me? This isn't anything that I see resolving. You're going to be in this frame of mind till about August. So it's saying that you're kind of unstable, little not unsure.
This one comes from Karen over on YouTube. They're asking for a love card about Mark.
You got the Three of Pentacles, and that is a community card. That's a project. That's a collaboration card. The card itself has to do with two people and an architect, and here they are building this church. So the sense of coming together, being involved in the community, that's what the message is in this card. It's often even comes up, ironically, like if somebody's trying to build a home together, or you're remodeling a home, flipping homes. That is the Three of Pentacles.
Lauren over on Facebook is asking for a career card.
Did we just do that? Did we just do that? Or gosh, I feel like I'm getting the same face. Like I'm getting the
It
same.
might be. I think I might have pulled it again.
It's okay. I'm tongue tied because I felt like I was getting the same image in the same face, and I wanted to make sure. The card that is in my hand is this, but I keep getting the same image and face. So let me just look at her. Gosh, I guess I'm sorry, but I've got to clear that person because I keep getting the same face. So I think maybe she could give like a thumbs up or a yes, because I feel like I just read this person.
Yes. Well, we will pull another one. This one comes from Angelica asking for a love card, wanting to know if someone new will come along and stay.
Yes. This is, well, hold on, let me clarify. Not necessarily brand new, but they're saying yes. This is the healing, excuse me, this is the depiction of a resurrection. This is people coming up out of coffins, which really is, they're hearing that call, they're getting the message, they're hearing the communication, and they are now starting to communicate with you. So I'm conflicted by the word, will someone new? That's what's hanging me up, because I keep getting this message and it feels like someone that you already know, or someone that's there in the background that is coming forward.
This one is for love card for Siobhan over on YouTube.
Okay. Siobhan, oh, ouch. This is the most painful card in the deck, having to do with love. This is the Three of Swords in its upright position, which is like knife to the heart, piercing.
This one comes from Karen over on YouTube, is asking for a love card.
Okay, love card, love card, love card. This card came up earlier, but it's still, this is still for you. This is the card of decisions. You're juggling. What do I do? Do I move forward? Do I stay? Do I go? You're going to be in this frame of mind, or this kind of hamster wheel of what do I do? This is a stuck situation.
We have another love card for Lisa over on Facebook.
Okay. Oh, this is the Two of Cups. This is the marriage card.
Oh, these are moving so fast. We'll take a break from love cards. Julissa is asking for a career and finances card.
Okay, career, finances. This is a harder one. This card is often called the devil, but that doesn't mean that there's anything negative. It means that you are bound to unhealthy habits. Sometimes it can be a toxic relationship, or it can be a substance or patterns in your life that you're trying to break. Fortunately, it's in a reverse position, so it's saying that you're trying to get out of it, but I'd really look at what are the habits and the routines in your career, your lifestyle, what is just miserable. What is it time to get out? Is it time to break these chains and get yourself out of this situation?
We have another career card for Shavana on Facebook.
Okay. Five of Pentacles, which is a hard one. These people are outside, crippled, poverty, and it's kind of the card is known as the dark night of the soul. So there's some struggle, there's some difficulty.
This next one is for Vanessa on Facebook. She said it's her first time and she shared the post, so thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you.
And she's asking for a love card about her and Matt.
Okay. So this card is the Seven of Pentacles, which is just, it perfectly depicts what I'm seeing with you. And it's a card of, you've reached a certain stage in this relationship and you're now tending to it. It's like if your relationship was a garden, you've now stopped to reflect and see what fine details, what little minute changes still need to be made before this next up leveling of your life. And can't get into too many details here, but this looks very, very promising, very happy. And I am getting little kids in the background, and I'm seeing this family and this merger. So this looks really positive. Very, very good.
And Vanessa, if you do want a little bit more in-depth of a reading, feel free to give Marin a call. You can click on her psychic bio. It's linked in the video description on Facebook and on YouTube. So you can just go in and schedule with her. But before you do that, I know I talk about our Karma Rewards program a lot. I think it's incredible. Make sure that you sign up for our Karma Rewards program so you can get a little bit more bang for your buck. You'll earn points for getting a reading with your favorite psychics. You can add all of your favorite psychics to your psychic circle, and then you'll earn even more points when you get a reading. So sign up for Karma Rewards. You get $20 just for joining. It is super simple to sign up. And not only do you get $20, but you get a free birth chart, which just has so many incredible details. So definitely check that out. And just a reminder that none of our psychics will ever message you over Facebook. So if you are getting somebody reaching out to you because you're commenting on this, those are not our psychics. So we do apologize for the spam. This one comes from Cherry over on Facebook asking for a love card.
Yeah, boy, she's familiar. So Cherry, you've got the Two of Swords, which is, what are you guarding? What aren't you seeing in this relationship? Is it time to take that blindfold off and give things a really hard look? Your energy is really familiar, so I think we may have spoken, but time for you to analyze some things.
This next question comes from Carly over on Facebook asking for a card on any big news she's looking forward to.
Gosh, this is a very unanswered question. This is saying you're still gazing, you're still looking, you're still searching. Like you haven't gotten the answer yet that you were waiting for. And you can contact me if you want to discuss this in more detail.
Next question is going to come from YouTube. This one is from Nada. She's asking for a love card with Assad.
And that was the Page of Pentacles. I don't think I gave the name of that card, but she probably could figure that out. Okay, love card. This is a tough. We got this one earlier. This is slightly different because it's now in a reverse position. And you've got the Six of Swords. You disregard the interpretation when this was read for somebody else previously, because in your situation, this is describing that it's time for you to go. It's time for you to leave. It's not as in such a positive context as it was in the prior reading. This is something where they're saying you're fighting it. You're not wanting to leave. You're not wanting to go. You guys are really trying to work things out and get through this, but there's a lot of, it's what I call a tug of war of two hearts. So you can do it. You can make this work.
Next question is another love card. This one comes from Jordan, and they're asking for a love card about Haley.
Okay. I'm just trying to get more descriptions through this card, but this is the Ten of Wands, and I'm lovingly trying to put adjectives to this, but it's a burden. It's time for you to drop this load or carry this load, or perhaps it's more of a high maintenance relationship, or a relationship that requires a lot of sacrifice from you. So, I mean, there it is. There's no denying that one.
This next one is going to come from Helen over on Facebook, and they are asking for any card that is best fitting.
Oh, sweet. Well, very open-ended. You have the Ace of Pentacles, which is like, here it is, endless opportunities, abundance, and just even seeing your energy and your positivity. This is really fitting for you. So Ace of Pentacles, money in the palm of your hand. What do you want to do next with your life?
Next one is from a first timer, so welcome, Sonia. And they're asking for a future card.
Okay. 10 of Swords. This is a heavy one. This is a rough one. This is like, you're so beat, you're so exhausted, you're done. Like that expression of put a fork in me. This is like put a knife in me. So when you're in this situation, it can only get better from here. It's kind of that you've hit your rock bottom and now it's time to rebuild. 10 of Swords.
Crystal over on Facebook or over on YouTube is asking for a career card. They want to know what will happen to their career as they started their business just recently. And they said, thank you in advance.
Yes. Okay. Watch out for deception. Watch out for betrayal. This is the stranger in the night card, which is often a card that comes up to denote cheating or sneaky behavior. And this doesn't feel like this is somebody that's farther from you. This feels like somebody that you are in immediate business dealings with. So just keep your eyes wide open. And if you're feeling anything suspicious, not trusting somebody, you need to pay attention to that.
We have another one from YouTube. This one comes from Artilia asking for a love card about Paul.
Okay. So you got the 10 of Cups in a reverse position. In its upright position, this would be another one of those happily ever afters. However, yours was in a reverse position. So I feel like it, and look at that, how cute the little rainbow with her rainbow. This is something where they're showing me you're mending things. You're on the mend, but you're going to be okay.
Our next one comes from Marie on Facebook. She says it's her first time here, so welcome. And she's asking for a love card.
Okay. 1 second for the love. So this is the Knight of Wands, which is a fiery, spicy, lusty, high energy, high sexual passion chemistry. Looks like you are looking for somebody that's coming into your life with this type of sexual compatibility.
We have a question from Corey over on Facebook asking for a career card. They say, hi, Marin, what career path do you see me best fulfilling my life's passion and purpose?
So, ironically, here you've got the Fool card, which you are anything but a fool. This is not depicting you. This is more of a situation of your situation. The Fool is the 0 card in the tarot, which is just starting new lives, new patterns. I keep getting more like legal analysis with you, and I'm wondering if you have a background in either some sort of like court advocacy or legal work, or if there's a connection that you've done before that's highly analytical. But this is saying, don't be a fool. Don't just walk right off that cliff. Get the facts, get the information, spend some time, and more patiently look at this. So it's a good card that's representing brand new life paths for you, but I can't get into as much detail right now. I welcome a phone call, but for now it looks like you're exploring all ideas and opportunities, and I would encourage you to continue doing that, but do it slowly and more methodically.
And I don't think I've mentioned it yet, but if you look at the bottom of the screen, we have this promo code LIVE5 that's going to get you $5 added to certain new customer packages. So make sure you check it out and sign up for Karma Rewards when you get your reading so you can earn some extra points towards a free reading. Looks like we have 5 minutes left, which is time for a lot of questions. So make sure that you comment your questions a couple more times before this live reading ends. But just a couple of reminders, we will be back here next Monday at the same time with Psychic Marin again. So make sure you follow if you're watching on Facebook, or hit that big red subscribe button if you're on YouTube, and then you'll be notified when we go live. And we also have a lot of exciting stuff coming up this week on our social media channels. So make sure that you like us on Facebook, California Psychics, follow us on Twitter, CA_psychics, and follow us on Instagram, California Psychics, so you can see all of this cool stuff that is heading your way this week. We also have all of the horoscopes every single week and weekend and month on our social media pages. So it's a nice little way to get your horoscope in a bite-sized piece. All right, so 5 minutes left. This next question comes from Michelle asking for a card on future moving forward with Joe. She says, thank you.
Ooh. This is a hard one. This is a doozy. This is the Tower, and these people are being thrown out of the house, and often this is very literal. So are you facing a situation where you are being forced out of your house? Is he being forced out? Are you kicking him out? This is catastrophic, unforeseen change that's just, oh my gosh, you either allow it to happen or you fight it. This is something that when this card comes up, it's a more meant to be life path that you've got to endure. Even though it's messy, it will be better if you allow it to happen.
Next one comes from Robert. He says, hi, Marin. My company just sold to a new company, and I'd like to know if this will be a good opportunity for my career.
Okay. Yes, this is a fantastic opportunity for you. This card did come up earlier today. This is the Six of Pentacles. So perfect to describe your situation because you've sold a company, you've got money coming in. So now it's time for you to give or spend this money elsewhere. But they're saying you're taking about 3 months. Like they're trying to give you about 3 months for you to really look at where are you starting to reinvest and where are you putting this money. So everything looks very positive, but they're just wanting you to take some time for yourself instead of focusing on reinvesting right now.
This next one comes from YouTube, from Tamika, asking for a love card.
Thank you, Tamika. You've got the Three of Wands, which is searching. Time for you to start looking, for you to start searching. And I feel like it's something new.
And this one is also from YouTube, from Angela, asking for a spiritual journey or path card.
Oh, that's cool. I like how she phrased that. This is the Strength card, which is known as taming that beast. And you can do this with force or you can do it with gentle motions. And that's what the energy of this card is. What gives you strength? Strength is not necessarily force, and strength in terms of that pushing it. It's manipulating energy using spiritual gifts and talents.
Our next question is going to come from Crystal over on Facebook, asking for a love card. She's getting married this summer.
Oh, yes, you are. And you got the Empress. And I can tell you that the Empress is a card that is often shown as a pregnant woman and a female that is interested in being a mother. And the fact that this card came into your reading could mean that there's something more in your future.
Our next one is going to come from Janice. She has a job interview on Wednesday.
Oh, awesome. Okay. So this card is the card of death, which means also transformation and change. And the fact that this is coming up in regards to the question you asked, I think there's a very good chance that there will be a positive outcome in this job interview. So transformation, change ahead for you, Janice.
And then it's almost time, so we'll make this our last card. This one comes from Jocelyn, wondering, will I be moving near Boston soon?
I got the world reversed for you, which I do feel like you've got your sights set on Boston, but I've got to erase the word soon. That's what's hanging this up. So instead of it being you've got the whole world and that complete balance, it's saying nope, because it's not going to be soon. Stretch it out towards the end of this year and you'll be on track.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you, Marin, for coming on, and we will see you next week.
Of course.
And don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button so that way you can be notified every time we go live with our live readings. So thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.